Thanks for your interest in 3D printing here at the Middletown Free Library. This video tutorial shows you how to design in Tinkercad and upload your .stl files to MakerBot Print to print on our Makerbot Sketch 3D printers. First, go to our website, middletownfreelibrary.org. At the top under Programs and Services is a tab called 3D Printing at MFL. We highly encourage you to read this page thoroughly to know what can and can't be printed, to understand what your options are, what we charge, and to upload your own files. Here you're going to go to Tinkercad. Tinkercad is a free web-based CAD software so that you can design in 3D. If you've attended any of our 3D printing classes, you can go ahead and join with your class code, or you can go ahead and create your own personal account. It's free, and we highly encourage it. There are great tutorials here on designing in 3D. I'm going to go ahead and log into my educator account here. Here's your dashboard for Tinkercad. We're going to click on Learn up at the top here, and there are some amazing starter lessons here that I highly recommend and encourage everyone to take. Even though it seems very simple, you need to know how to navigate Tinkercad software. So when you click on a lesson, on the left-hand side here are the instructions for the lesson. Follow the instructions in order to better understand how to design things in Tinkercad. So this first one here says grab the shape that fits in there. I'm going to go ahead and grab a cube and drop it in over there. And when it lines up, I'm going to click on next, and it let me know that I did it. I did a great job. So when I'm all done with the lesson, I click done. And when it's time to move on to the next lesson, view it, I click on continue. And this brings up the next lesson that's available. Now you can go ahead, and I encourage you to do all the lessons. It really makes it easier to do everything that you want to design in here. Since I've already done them all, I'm just going to show you how to design a quick little tag here that I'm going to have say "Hi Mom" on. So I open up designs and I create a new design. I'm dragging over a cube and grabbing the resize option in the corner, clicking and dragging it. You can also manipulate the height of it by clicking the box that's above it. Now all the measurements are in millimeters, so be sure to keep that in mind. We're not designing in inches, we're designing in millimeters. I'm going to bring in some text here to put on my little placard here. I'm going to have it say "Hi Mom" right on there. And I'm going to again resize that, and it's kind of hard to see the red on the red, so I'm changing the color to yellow. Remember, the colors here do not mean that they're going to be the colors your object will print as. We can only print in one solid color for your whole object. All right, so we can't print this with a red background with yellow text. We only print in one color option. All these options here shown on Tinkercad are just to help you with designing your object. So once I'm all done with what it is, this black cone here indicates how to lift or lower things on the Z-axis. So you can click on that to move your object up or down. Now, what I want to do here is group this as one object instead of having to deal with two different things. So I highlight both objects, or I can click and drag to highlight them. And I'm going to click on the group option in the top of the screen there. Now they've become one object. What I want to do here is name my object, so whenever I download it or export it, I'll be able to find it. So it's called "Hi Mom." I click on the object, I click on export, I want the selected shape, and I want the .stl file format. All right, it's really important that we use that file format in order to bring things up. Now we're going to bring up MakerBot Print, the software that's on the computer here. It's the black background with the M on it. It should be down at the bottom on your taskbar. So here is the project panel. We're going to click on it, and this is where we would add our models here once we've downloaded them. So we want to make sure we're on a new build plate. We'll click on that, find it in our downloads folder if we put it somewhere else. There it is, "Hi Mom." Looks a little big here, but here are options on the side here at the very top with the little watch there is a print preview. So it's slicing the object to give us an idea about how long it'll take to print that object. So we charge currently 20 cents per gram, so it lets you know how many grams are needed to print the object of filament and about how long it'll take to print it. So if you wanted to leave or come back, or if you're trying to print something while you're at the library in our Makerspace, it gives you an idea about that. Some other options here are the printer settings. You can arrange the object. You can rotate or orient it, which is pretty important. Some files, when you download them, maybe they're brought in standing upright, and that won't work best on our printers. So you want to rotate them and flip them around until they're on the flattest surface possible with the least amount of overhang or supports needed. Now to scale it, I could do it by percentage, so I could type in 50% and it will scale it down to about half the size. It is automatically done uniformly, so it changes all parts of it at that size. You can deselect that box and you could change it so that you're just making it longer, wider, or taller. All right, I like it about this size instead, so I'm gonna go to the print preview again, get an estimate to see how much material will be needed and about how long it'll take. So I'm looking at 8.52 grams, and it'll take less than an hour to print. So that sounds pretty good to me. So at the bottom here, you can't see the screen right now, but at the bottom it shows what printers here are available. If they're turned on, make sure the printers are turned on. Sketch 1 and Sketch 2. Sketch 1 is on the left, Sketch 2 is on the right. Sketch 2 is currently printing something else right now, so I don't want to print on that one. What I'll do here is turn on the printer. I'm going to come down here on the right hand side of it, just beneath the filament, next to where the plug is, there's a little switch. I'm going to turn on the Sketch 1 printer here, and the screen comes on. So now if I go back to the software, I'll be able to go ahead and select that to print on that one. So our object successfully printed on the printer. I open up the door. I'm going to push down on the build plate and slide it out towards me. So it prints on a raft. So a raft is a thin piece of plastic the printer prints so to keep our objects on the build plate and it doesn't slide around. So we're able to bend the build plate a little bit and remove the object. If we need additional help or we're a little concerned about it, we can use one of these scraper tools here in front of the printers. Carefully slide it under between the raft and the build plate to remove it from the build plate. Now we're going to remove the raft, which hopefully should be pretty easy. Again, we have those tools available to help you out. What we're going to do is peel it back from the corner here and slowly remove it from the entire build. And that sound is pretty satisfying. We can remove that raft. We're done with it and we're good to go. Hi, Mom. Now it's time to put the build plate back. We open the door, same way we took it out, just push it down and push it forward and it'll slide into place. Ta-da! Thank you for joining me here on this tutorial video for 3D printing at Middletown Free Library. Again, make sure you go to our website. Mr. Jason has included a lot of information there and keeps that up to date about everything that's going on with our printers and shortcuts to tutorials such as this and other useful resources and information for you to use to better utilize 3D printing here at the library. Thanks.